Truckloads of U.S. aid have arrived at this Colombian border city, but the Venezuelan government forcefully rejects it, has blocked the roadways in. Now that's left Venezuelan migrants with homemade signs demanding humanitarian aid. Now, whenever it crosses the border, depends on the military.
This is an opportunity for the Venezuelan armed forces to take part in an admirable humanitarian campaign.
Venezuela's opposition appealed to soldiers for the sake of their own families to just let the trucks pass, but embattled President Nicolas Maduro still dismisses the aid as simply part of a U.S. invasion plan. He is boasting that he's collecting 10 million signatures to show Venezuelans don't want American help. And tonight we have a sense of how some suspect many of those signatures are actually being collected. Hunger possibly leveraged for political support. If only Venezuelans could eat the gasoline they sometimes say here. To note that people pick through the garbage for food is not an exaggeration. And it's not an exaggeration to say those living on the edge are so fed up they're fighting back. That's a small National Guard office some Caracas residents torched a few weeks ago. Neither is it overstating it to call this bag political. A month's supply of food delivered by the government to some 6 million Venezuelans, some who maintain it's thinner now. No protein, milk, or sugar. And if you're this woman, no other option. So how much does this matter to you? Impossible to go shopping. She says you couldn't find 3 kilos of rice. If you did, it's too expensive. Why hide her face? She says that's a must because something's up with these food deliveries that has people nervous, panicked that they'll be withheld if anyone is critical of Maduro. People say things like if I don't vote for the government, they won't give me the bag or they'll take my pension. She also says she was asked to sign something curious before getting the bag. They put a paper on top of another paper and get you to sign through it. We were having this conversation when another woman knocked on the door with a warning about more requests for signatures, clearly in support of Nicolas Maduro. What did you do when they asked you to sign in favor of Maduro? In all sincerity, I told them, no, I'm not going to sign because I'm not in agreement. I don't support Maduro. I feel they're doing this because they're afraid. They know they're already finished. People are no longer supporting him. Despite her challenge, she still got her food, but knows she's taking a chance speaking out. Food has been weaponized. Which makes Maria Corina Machado utterly fed up. Not afraid to show her face because she's already a target, banned from leaving the country, from flying within it, and followed constantly, but not silenced.
If they have the minimum suspicion that this family is not loyal to the regime, then you will stop receiving food. And they have used it in a very cruel manner because they have chosen people as examples to prove how far they can go.
The danger in that, she says, is compounded by the danger hope can sometimes bring. She worries this talk of humanitarian aid at the border is giving people the wrong impression that comfort is a convoy away.
Certainly the pressure on the military, and I insist from their own families, it's increasing and it's enormous because at the end, what is the image between starvation and food withstanding? It's a Venezuelan soldier. What is he going to do?
That's the answer all Venezuelans, especially the hungry ones, are waiting to hear. And another daily necessity has been in short supply here. That's reliable electricity, and today that shortage was felt in the halls of power. At a news conference in the presidential palace, Maduro was denouncing the U.S. aid when the lights went out. Last March, Venezuela instituted rolling blackouts, mostly in rural areas, to cope with a crumbling power system. The capital is usually spared, but not always, and not today.